Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the new Devil May Cry Netflix anime that's releasing next year. I'm a pretty big Devil May Cry fan when a couple years ago I finally played through all the mainline games and loved them. Well, I loved most of them. So when I heard there would be a DMC anime coming out, I was pretty excited. I watched the Castlevania anime that came out a couple years ago, and liked most of the seasons. I think this has at least some of the same people working on it, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Over the past few months, they've released some teasers and a trailer for the DMC show, and I gotta say, it definitely looks interesting. The trailer is fun and fast-paced, similar to the games. Dante's design looks good, but I'm not going to be too excited until after I see a bit more from the show. For all I know, the story itself could be bad or something. This show isn't entirely canon to the universe that the games are from, so that means that this anime could be using plot points from the games before they actually would happen, or just kind of like mix them together. From the teasers and trailers, we've also seen this bunny guy, which is from the DMC prequel manga, so they are clearly using stuff from the kind of like outward universe that isn't directly tied with the games. Dante is also voiced by the voice actor who plays Nero in the games, which is kind of weird to hear Nero come out of Dante's mouth, but I'm sure I'll get used to it while I watch the show. And I don't think the VA being the same as Nero's actually means anything for the story or anything. Like, I doubt that they'd reveal that Dante in this anime is actually Nero, and if they did, I think that would just be really dumb. I just think it's a voice actor thing and they wanted a younger Dante, even though I think Ruben would have been fine for the voice acting role. And the one thing I'm not really sure about is Lady's redesign. Instead of her usual white shirt and shorts, she's wearing this high-tech Voltron-like suit. On Twitter, the creator of the show said that what we see of Lady is before DMC3, so instead of calling her Lady, she'd be called Mary, and he stated that her costume would evolve throughout the show as she becomes more of the character that we know her as. So hopefully by the end of the season, we get this costume on the right of the concept art. They don't even have her scar over her nose yet, so hopefully it's like a plot point where we see her get it. He also teases that we'll see some previously unknown backstory from her. This was supposed to be another manga focusing on Lady, so maybe he worked with Capcom to get that knowledge to show it in some form. And I guess that would technically be canon to the games, but I mean, you don't really need to know any more about Lady to know what she does in DMC3. I don't expect Virgil to be a huge villain for this season. I'd like it if he was at least hinted at, or maybe had a cameo appearance near the end, where it teases that he'll be the main villain for season 2. That would actually work pretty well if they really wanted to tie Lady in there by having Dante go after Virgil and Lady after Arkham. And in the next season they could adapt DMC3, which would be great considering that is one of the best DMC games. Then in season 3 they could adapt the original DMC, with Mundus as the main villain, but who knows if we'll get that with how Netflix has been treating their shows lately. Sadly, I don't think we'll see Trish at all in this season. Maybe we could see Dante and Virgil's mother in a flashback and see Trish that way, but I bet it'll be a while before we see the actual Trish. Maybe we'll get to see some more Sparta eventually. I also hope we get some good music in the show. The DMC soundtrack is one of my favorites in gaming, and I'd hope the show continues that trend. Video game adaptations have been pretty good recently, but there are still a couple misses in beloved franchises. I'm hoping the show will blow away my expectations, but for right now I'm gonna wait and see how this one turns out. Hopefully it's like season 1 and 2 of Castlevania. Let me know what your thoughts on the Devil May Cry anime are, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and goodbye.
Finally! I was getting tired of playing your childish game!